He showed great courage at taking on the daunting task of heading the interim national government, even a greater courage to know when to leave.
General Sani Abacha's regime and journey to the presidency of Nigeria is the stuff of political theatre, full of irony, intrigue, and a touch of absurdity. A lot of absurdity. Born in Kano in 1943 and known for his stern demeanor, Abacha made a successful career in the Nigerian army. Rising through the ranks till he attained the rank of general. Abacha played key roles in several military coups, and he is single-handedly one of the baskiest men to ever walk the earth. He made the coup broadcast toppling Shehu Shagari in 1983 and the one toppling Buhari just 18 months later in 1985. He was Chief of Army Staff from August 1985 to August 1990 under General Ibrahim Babangida, who himself was Chief of Staff before Abacha. Abacha was also Chief of Defense Staff from August 1990 to the 17th of November 1993 and Minister of Defense from August 1990 to 8th June 1998 under both Babangida and, get this, himself. I told you he was Basky. Hands up for this guy. In 1993, after orchestrating the exit of Ernest Shonikon's interim government, Abacha appointed himself as head of state. It was a classic Abacha move. Babangida had just dribbled the country with an endless transition program, annulled the June 12 elections, and then quietly walked out of office, but leaving Abacha behind as his defense minister for Chief Ernest Shonikon, who Babangida himself installed as the head of the so-called interim national government. That's a lot like leaving a wolf to watch over your sheep, isn't it? Because Abacha simply sent man Ernesto back home. He didn't even give him the dignity of a coup plot, as the Nigerians just woke up and heard,
fellow Nigerians,
one day. His government was known as being one of the most brutal and corrupt in the world at the time and also had its own infinite transition program. But it gets worse, a whole lot worse. Because all 5 political parties in the land nominated him as their presidential candidate. I kid you not, as in magical things may happen for the Niger that year. The 5 parties were United Nigeria Congress Party, Congress for National Consensus, National Center Party of Nigeria, Grassroots Democratic Movement, and Democratic Party of Nigeria. He had also set out to create a new constitution, which provided guidelines on candidate registration and the coming elections. The problem was, nobody outside Aso Rock had ever seen the bloody constitution, and such were the ways of Abacha, which were absolutely, totally, not the ways of man. Several respectable politicians, if you can call them that, actually went to Aso Rock to, and I quote, persuade Abacha to remain in office. In April 1997, the chieftain of the Democratic Party of Nigeria, Alhaji Lamidi Adedibu, after one of such persuasion visits, said to newsmen, "It is in the corporate interest of the nation, politically and economically, for Abacha to continue in office." A few months later in October, Chief Otto Eze led traditional rulers from 9 states in the southeast and south-south to go and beg Abacha not to go. Look, as in this matter, it was just really a crazy time in Nigeria's history. Otto Eze told newsmen after the visit, "Anybody who is trying to stop Abacha is tempting God and will never succeed." The National Publicity Secretary of the Democratic Party of Nigeria, which was supposedly Abacha's official party, said, "There will be war if Abacha does not become president. Even if he joins another party, DPN will support him." Can you just imagine that? Then follow threatening us join. Okay. The crazy thing is, none of this could even be said to be unconstitutional because, well, Abacha was the one writing the constitution and he hadn't even finished. In the draft of the yet-to-be-completed constitution, Section 136, subsection A stated, "A candidate for an election to the office of presidency shall be deemed to have been duly elected to such office where being the only candidate nominated for the election." An organization called the Youth Earnestly Ask for Abacha was created by Daniel Kanu, the son of owner of Agura Hotel in Abuja. They organized a 2 million man march in Abuja for the 3rd and 4th of March 1998 to, again, persuade the head of state to remain in office as a civilian. Okay. Anyhow, men we been dey see go far don't already know say all na job. Firstly, the government's fingerprints were all over the event, and the German construction company Julius Berger was one of those fingerprints, as it constructed and provided logistical support for the event. The NTA was another fingerprint, and they covered the event better than the coverage of the Olympics in '96. Okay? Notable attendees include J.J. Okocha, Daniel Amokachi, Christy Essien Ibokwe, and Shina Peters. What is not certain is if they were told what exactly they were there for, because a lot of them would later say that they thought they were there to celebrate Nigeria's qualification for France '98. Chief Barnabas Gumade, who recently still came to beg for the Benue State governorship position, spoke on behalf of the leaders of the 5 political parties at the event. To the credit of the nation, however, not everyone was a money-hungry coward. The Olisa Agbakoba-led United Action for Democracy held a counter-protest in Lagos, a 5 million man march to protest the self-perpetuation of Abacha. Typical of the Abacha regime, however, Abubakar Taab and his Lagos State Police Force were deployed to brutalize and stop the UAD. The most outspoken critic of Abacha, however, was Colonel Dangiwa Umar, the former military governor of Kaduna State, and he famously asked all the people who were saying that Nigeria could not survive without Abacha, what happens if one day we wake up and this man is no more? On the 8th of June, Colonel Umar's words would ring eerily true as Nigerians woke up to the news of the demise of the head of state. Amidst widespread celebration across the nation, the reins of power were handed over to General Sani Abacha, who swiftly returned the nation to civilian rule, which still continues to this day. And this is why retired generals Olusegun Obasanjo and Abdulsalami Abubakar are two of my favorite Nigerian soldiers of all time, being the only two men in Nigeria's 64 years of independence to ever hand over power back to a civilian government. Sorry IBB, interim national government, no full over here. Alright everybody, thank you for taking time out to watch. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe because more Nigerian history and casting of senior men they come for front. Yeah, leave a comment down below too. Thank you. Sunechi.